Talking about dream goals, house goals, hill goals, neighborhood goals. And in reality, you know subconsciously, you're probably not going to get there. You just doing it so you don't get depressed. You just doing it because you don't want to be suicidal. So you give yourself a false sense of hope. Hey, just like DJ said on Hustle and Flow, everybody gotta have a dream. Everybody gotta have a dream, right? You know why everybody gotta have a dream? To keep yourself alive. But it's not enough to stay alive to say, well, I want to do this and do that. You know that ain't gonna come true. We have to form a real successful, a real thriving, happy Black community. And you would think that the rich Black community would have a heart and look back to people that put money in their pockets. They ain't get there on their own. They just be defecating all over you. Talking about a broke dude. You know what that broke dude did? The rapper talking about, that old broke dudes. The broke dude just bought your CD, partner. Yeah, I know. It hurts, don't it? The broke dude just spent his last $20. No, let's just say, yeah, he had $40. He made it a weekend thing because he loved you so much. He went and bought your CD, got some weed, got some Lucy's, and went back to the crib and listened to your music. And he find out you defecating on broke people. Yeah, you got to be careful what you do. You can't just say any and everything. You defecating on broke people, but they the ones put money in your pocket, spending their last dollar to buy your CD. Who else is doing it? It's your community that's doing it. So you can't act like this is give and take. I'm going to do a video on this too. Between the rich community, the Black rich community, and the Black community that makes up 80% of the Black community, it should be a give and take relationship. Let that resonate. It should be a give and take relationship. That's what relationships consist of, right? Give and take, right? Either way it go, you giving something, even if it's sex. I'm keeping 100. You giving something. If you ain't giving even sex, you giving nothing, it ain't gonna work. You gotta give money, sex, something, a ride, a place to stay. You gotta give something. Okay, you don't have sex, but you got a place to stay. Okay, that's cool. You giving that person a place to stay, but y'all ain't having sex. But at least they looking out. They don't want to have sex with you, but hey, you got a place to stay. So see, it's all about give and take. Ain't nobody down here living without that principle. You messing with people that ain't giving nothing to you. Nothing. And it could be companionship. It's something, attention, somebody around. It's something somebody else is giving you that you have in your life. If you're healthy as a person, they're giving you something. So why the rich community, the rich Black community is barely giving you something? But you giving them money, you going to see their shows, you supporting their music, you supporting their movies. Look how much you support them. Who's doing it? You doing it. When these Black comedians just start up, who's supporting them? Wall Street? White America on Wall Street is supporting Black comedians. They support them when they get blockbuster movies. When they get their teeth bleached. No disrespect for getting your teeth bleached, but you know what I mean. When you get your teeth bleached, now you got Wall Street watching. People down there that get apartments around Wall Street. But until then, who's supporting you in the juke joint? Who is supporting you in the juke joint? Who is supporting you in the juke joint, per se? It's the Black community. So that's give, right? That's give, right? So what are they taking from you? They're giving to you. They're supporting your shows. They're a big part of your success. Safe to say they're 60% of your success, more than half. They got your numbers up, right or wrong. You're on YouTube, they got your numbers up. They supported you at the little clubs, the little hot clubs. They supported you everywhere you went when you were just starting out because they believed in you. They loved you. They brought their children to see you. They got and they even got your bootlegs. They was promoting. Hey, bootlegs promote. Bootlegs promote. You think it's taking money, but hey, you gotta think like a hustler. That's promotion. Now the family sitting around watching the certain comedians and stuff. They sitting around, but I ain't gonna pick on nobody. They sitting around watching all the comedians and stuff, and then now you want to go. Now the next time a movie come out with that person, and guess what? You're going to see it. And guess what? After that, you're going to get the DVD straight from Walmart. If they got some stand up, you're going to get that from Walmart after watching the bootleg. So why can't the likes of these athletes and people, when athletes go out here and play ball, you going to see the game, right? Those games are not for free. You're paying and supporting them. You're buying their shoes. You're buying their jerseys. So why can't they go? You see where I'm going with this? You giving all the support. You wearing all their jerseys. You wearing their hats, everything. Now look at that, all you doing. Now what are they doing for you? Acknowledging you? That's enough for you? That's all I can say. That's enough for you. Because if you're in a relationship with somebody, come on now. Let's look at it as relationally speaking. You wearing the jerseys, you going to the shows, you going to the juke joints, you buying the CDs, the DVDs, you buying it online, you mad supporting. You mad supporting. They just supporting. You see the difference? New York understand that. You mad supporting. They just supporting. I'm saying just like that. Supporting. Like Madea said. No disrespect to Tyler Perry. They're supporting. They're supporting. They're supporting while you mad supporting. Say it like a dude just crossed over a gutter and got on another block in New York. You mad support. They're supporting. Because by now, if you had a heart, that would be me, man. If I had millions and I look and I'd be like, man, you see the same guys like where you come from, then you be like, you know they support you, man, and love you, and you see them go home somewhere in a shack. You see them go somewhere you know ain't worth nothing. Your heart should drop. Your heart should drop. When you got to part ways and go back in the hills and live in the fancy places with the fancy kitchen, and you know where they going to, you heard gunfire before you even left over that way. You know where they going to. Your heart should drop. When you get drunk, you should cry. You should bawl sometimes for the situation in this country when you get drunk. When you in the hills, you should get drunk sometimes and be crying. That's a heart. That's what hearts do. That's what real hearts do. Because see, you have been like for the black community, the 80% that's in poverty are not living the real American dream. Let's put it like that. You have just been so satisfied with just being acknowledged. It's time to get past being acknowledged by these rich black people. You just mad that they waved at you. You'll never forget it. They took a selfie with you. That's enough for you to last a lifetime. It ain't enough for me to last a lifetime. I'm not saying you got to put something directly in my hand. I'm saying, man, it's a give and take with the people that supported you. And it's more than a selfie. It's more than a shout out on the radio, shouting out a certain hood, shouting out a certain city. Y'all, that's enough for y'all? Man, you got to put demand on your own people. And if you would have did that, you think they're going to deny you? They need you more than you need them. So if you start putting a demand on some type of package coming from the people unified, and they know they need your support and continuous support, and they know that's the new standard, guess what? People gonna get it together. But it's part of your fault too. It is. It's part of your fault because you sat back and you didn't put a demand. You didn't put a demand on that. You didn't put a demand on a give and take relationship between you and the people that you support. I'm gonna say it again. You didn't put a demand on a give and take relationship between the people that you support, the black rich people that you support. I'm not talking about these rich white actors that you don't never see, that you ain't never went to see in no clubs. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the people you supported. You got to differentiate rich black Americans that you supported away from these white rich Americans who never came down to your neighborhoods. These people came down, rich black Americans came down to your neighborhood and got your money. They came all the way down here. They came down to your hood, got your respect, got your money, got rich. Because once they got the buzz from you, then the white man started recognizing. You helped the white man recognize them. Without you, the white man wouldn't even look their way. Because you are the consumers of the country. You just missed that. You just missed it. You're the consumers of the country. So if the white man don't see you being a consumer with them, he ain't even looking their way. So once they get the buzz from you, now the white man is looking at them. Black people find them interesting. Black people will be a consumer of this person, of this person's products. Let's give them a platform. And that's how it happens every time. And then what happens is they give you a little shout out, take a couple selfies, and you think that's enough. That's enough for you. No, you should realize that you invested in them. You invested your time and your money and your credibility. You gave it to them. You gave them the pass in your community. You gave them the pass. You gave them credibility. You gave them respect and even honor in some cases. And then what they give you, it's a give and take relationship. You gotta look, they took your money. That part, bruh. I thought y'all was hustlers. And I'm not trying to say hustle your own people, but hey, when you're a hustler, you look at it from a business perspective. Hey, we supporting y'all. We are the black community. We supporting you. Okay, you can't kind of get it together and give us really facilitate or mobilize something going on for us. You don't see what the situation we in? You don't see the white man on our neck? On our neck like he was on George Floyd's neck. You don't see that? Because George Floyd was down there somewhere you see where he was at? So how you gonna get us out of that, man? You got money like these white folks. That's what real dudes talk to you. How you gonna get us out of this, man? You need to go talk to the rest of them rich black people. You need to mobilize something to get us out of this situation because this ain't become nothing but a trap for us to be monitored at all times, 24/7, by these white cops, which represents white America, represents the government, which is white America. America is basically white. You're being monitored by white America. Safe to say. No, that's not racist. That's specific. That's real. That's specific. Okay? So how you gonna get us from getting that man out of my face? Every time I turn around, he in my face like he know who I am. Me and him ain't got nothing in common. We don't rock together. Come on. How you gonna get him out of my face, man? You got the money, you over there. I'm not hating. I'm telling you, I know you can't do it all. I know you can't bear the whole burden of the black community. So I'm telling you to go tell the rest of these rich black people, mobilize an organization and govern us. We supported you. It's a give and take. It's a give, right or wrong, guys. And you ain't been putting no demand. You talking about you a hustler. Look, they hustling you. And I'm not saying in a way of conning you or deceiving you. It's about a business. Look, they are a brand, right? Now here's the punchline. If you love your people, you're gonna run when I tell you this. You're gonna jump through the roof when I tell you this. You as the black community is a brand. You a brand. You should run across the darn street. You should want to run and hit a brick wall. You a brand. Okay? These rappers come up off your brand. You get credibility, they get credibility from being in your neighborhoods. Right or wrong. If they don't got no credibility in no neighborhoods, if black people can't vouch for them, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Now, as far as no real rappers from the streets, you ain't got no credibility with the black community brand, you ain't going nowhere. And it's safe to say even for singers. If you a whack singer, you a whack R&B singer, you ain't got it ain't got nothing to do with being a thug. Even I'm show you both sides. You a whack R&B singer, you ain't got no credibility with the black community brand. Ain't nobody throwing your name around in circles out there on the streets talking about you. Yo, you ain't going nowhere. Same thing with the comedians. I can go on and on. You are a brand, an unofficial brand, but a brand indeed that everybody runs to and get credibility off of and come up off of. So you can't see yourself like that. When they actually are doing that, I'm not making this up. Am I making it up? Am I making up that they come up off of you? So when you pit business partners, you don't mind it, and you come up off of each other. It ain't hustle and love. I got you now, you got me later. Right? I got you now, you got me later. Right? Boom. That's how it is. That's how it should be. You let them come up off your whole brand. I'm saying like the young folks say, a whole thing. Like they say hold with something, hold this, hold that. You a whole brand. And they done came up off you. And then, here's the problem. They love you, but this is business. You want to mix love with business? You're going to lose. Look, it's a balance. I love you, yeah. But when are y'all going to pull these monies together, man? Okay, I'm glad you got it. I ain't trying to break your bank. I ain't trying to break your card, bro. I ain't trying to split your debit in two. I'm just wondering when you're going to all come together and get something mobilized as a government. You don't have to look, the black community has been an unofficial brand for how long? You've been an unofficial brand for how long? You don't have to have a flag, do you? Okay? So to be a black government, you don't have to have a brand. You don't have to have a flag. You are a brand. You mobilize monies, and the first thing you do, and you see, listen, man, you got dreamers, you got giants, and you got midgets. I'm a giant, man. This is real. I'm a giant. This is what you got to do. Okay? You got all these monies. You take these monies and this is what white people did. Man, look at it for what it is. They support, let's look at it in their country, their side. White America supports their people, right? That's a fact. That's not racist. They do. That's not being racist that they do that. Okay? And then they invest in each other. They build up communities for their own people. Those communities are for white people. They build up opportunities for their people. And do you see their people stuck like Chuck? Who you think helping them? Who you think keeping white people out their own poverty situations? What you think is keeping white people for the most part out the trailer parks? What's keeping them out the trailer parks? they're supporting the people that have the monies are giving back to the people that don't have as much as they do. It's a give and take relationship, and they understand that. You haven't understood that. And it's part of your fault, and it's part of their fault. It's part of your fault, like I said, because you don't put a demand. You don't put a demand on it. You should say, look, man, we're a brand. The black community is officially a brand. The white man love it. The Mexicans love it. The Asians love it. They all love it. We are an unofficial brand. Business-wise, speaking business-wise. You coming up. You coming up off of it. Everybody, it's appealing to everybody. Where we come from, whether it's Compton, Brooklyn, whatever, everybody's infatuated with it. So why you ain't a brand? Why haven't you been able to, the people that's left behind, be able to take and be able to capitalize significantly? I ain't talking about people that do a little bit on the side, a little bit, significantly. To be able to say, hey, yo, if it ain't no give and take, we finna cut off that support. We finna cut it off. Love you all day. I love you, but this business. We finna stop letting people come up off the brand. Come on, man. They coming up off you, and how much are they giving back? Let's just say because they successful, that's a 100% give for you. Now, rate their ratio percentage. I say about 35. I say about 35 support when you on 100. Because they successful, that's 100. Bing, right there. Hey, they got hundreds of millions. That's a 100. Word. And you're continuously supporting them even after. I'm trying to show you, man. And look, some of them will defecate on y'all. They'll sit in the back and look. I ain't picking on those particular rappers. I promise you I'm not. They'll come back and ride through your neighborhood, take your women, everything. Take your best girl, ride her around drop top, word. Take everything, take your money, take money from local artists and everything. Sweep through, take all that. Defecate all over you, then rap about it. I took another girl, I took another man girl. You know why you did it? Because you own. You own. He ain't on. It's common sense. It ain't necessarily your flair. It's the fact that you own. And they just keep coming and milking your brand, and you sitting there taking it. Man, couldn't be me. Look, it's a give and take. If I support you over the years, look, bro, that's an investment. That's an investment, bro. And then I got a little bit of something going on for our credibility and brand too. Come on now. Feed the brand. Feed the brand, bro. That should be the name. I gotta do a video on that. Feed the brand. Feed the African American brand. Don't just keep taking from it like tits on a cow. You milking it, literally. You milking the brand. You milking the brand. You gonna be done made a steak out of me in a minute. Dang. You done milk the brand. So where you gonna get the cow some real green pastures? Come on, man. You got the cow over there on the dirt, like, yo, the pastures is all bald. You got dirt all around the pasture. The cow trying to find places to eat and everything. That's the hood. Look, here it is. Here it is. We the cow as the brand, the unofficial brand, the black community. You got a pasture. The pasture is the hood. You eating what you can. It's bald everywhere. Crazy police coming and hitting the cow over the head. Cow crying. Cows cry. They shed tears. The cow is crying. You come up regardless of tears. Look. I gotta cover it. It might not be you, but I gotta cover the extreme. You come up, you milk it, you get all the milk you want, you go back home with that rich, good milk. You feed some to the white man, he drinks your milk, he bottles it up as a brand, boom. That credibility and all that, he mixed that with the meal that you get. So the milk is your credibility. Let me be specific. The milk is your credibility. Milk and the money. So you got the money, you got the credibility, you get it from the cow on the bald pastures. Now you want to keep that credibility alive. You want to keep that cow alive, right? So you got to move them to green pastures. You can't. You gonna leave them there? He barely eating, but feeding you though. That's how it is. It's a bald pasture, feeding you though. Feeding you way more. Why you can't take and move the cow to a green pasture? The cow don't mind. The cow ain't killed you, have it? The cow didn't try to hurt you. The cow let you get the milk. The cow always let you get the milk, right? A cow could move and just go crazy. The cow understands what's going on. Okay, you need my support. Black people say it all the time. I'm going to support you. Cool, boom. But they don't turn around because some of them don't have business awareness. I ain't going to say hustle. And look, I just elevated the situation. Business awareness. That's an opportunity. It ain't being an opportunist. You're business-wise aware. Okay? Look, I'm supporting you. You're getting the milk. You're getting our support. Ain't it about time that you move this cow, this black brand, this unofficial black brand, to another pasture and preserve it? Now we on a whole nother level. You got the whole ghetto and living better. Now what we gonna have to do, and you gotta be on board with this. We gotta separate these crazy zombie killers from dope dealers and real killers. I done been around real killers. And you might not agree with me, but they not the problem. The problem is these wannabe killers. We got to get rid of that. And we got to get rid of that before we build the new neighborhoods. We got to put them in jail, try to get them rehabilitated. That's what we're going to try to do. We ain't going to give up on them. Put them in jail, though. Because you think you're bad and you're not. You need to go wash your butt around some real thugs and killers. Maybe they'll rub off on you. Because right now, you don't want to be. We can tell by your principles. You ain't got to look. I don't care what you do. I go by your principles. That's what I'm going by. I don't care what violence you do. That's my whole point. They still wannabes. They're killing, but they still wannabes. It don't make no sense, so that makes you a wannabe. All right? So what we got to do is differentiate dope dealers that come up from the real struggle, real killers that got bodies under their belt and will kill. Then these wild people out here that's out here shooting our own people and our kids. We gotta get rid of that before we go to the hood, because that's why the white man don't want to give us no chance to get out the hood, because he don't want to take a chance on us, because he think we're gonna drag that craziness to the next neighborhoods. That's why you ain't never got it from him, because he looking at it as a liability. Hey, we build these communities and shopping centers and everything. They gonna tear it up. So guess what you gotta do? You have to differentiate, and it may hurt a portion of the black community, away from the real struggle and essence of the black community and the real brand. If you don't get rid of these kids that's out here gang banging and killing these, shooting through walls. You been hearing that lately? Shooting through walls and shooting the kids. Nah, that got to go. That ain't got nothing to do with no struggle. That ain't got nothing to do with hustlers coming up. That ain't got nothing to do with somebody who make lemons out of lemonade. That's what you are. You the one that make lemons out of lemonade. You make lemon, you see what I'm saying? You make lemons turn to lemonade. You make apple juice. You do grape juice. You do it all. They not them type of guys where they can sit on the corner and sell oranges. If oranges is popping, bananas is popping. Instead of selling drugs, okay, let's just say this. You in a neighborhood where you got a whole bunch of restaurants. This is the difference. You got a whole bunch of restaurants and they all need bananas, fruit. So you selling weed, but you think about it, you're like, man, all these restaurants need fruit, right? So man, I'm finna set up I'm serious. I'm finna set up a whole fruit basket, a whole fruit stand. Ain't gonna be corny. It's gonna have all the stuff, all the produce, and all them restaurants is gonna come through. And then it's gonna work up. And then we're gonna have a business deal. We're gonna have certain money that I get every week, every month. Boom. Now you're a certified hustler. You done stop selling weed. Now you're doing that. That's the difference between a hustler and somebody stuck in the game for whatever reason. A hustler wants to make money by any means necessary. And if they can find a legal way to make money, that's what they're going to do. That's what a hustler is going to do. A hustler is going to make legal money and get the police and the white man out their face. That's all he want to do. Because a lot of times, this is a trap, man. Okay, you're hustling, dope, but the white man now has a reason to be in your face. He got a reason to play with you, take your freedom away. That's his give and take. He'll let you do it, but he's going to take your freedom.